Right. What to expect from this session? You know the format. We're going to get each of the panelists to come here for about 10 minutes, make the opening remarks. But what to expect from this session? Of course, I keep hearing jokes from time to time, and I think that'll be the most interesting part. But yeah, that'll be nice. I'm a lazy guy, you can figure that out. So basically, we said since each one of the panelists comes from a different domain, so to say, we get them to focus on various areas that confront this discussion. We can roll it. Ravi, because he's advised clients and he heads Starcom, which is, and why he is so important, or media agencies are so important, more often than not. And I could be clobbered to death for saying that most media agency professionals, most media planners, buyers, don't spend enough time understanding the digital medium. Since they don't understand the digital medium, they don't invest enough in the digital medium. And because they don't invest enough in the digital medium, though they don't understand the digital medium. So it's a catch-22 situation. So it's very important, Ravi Kiran, who has a fair amount of insights, and I've always seen him being very honest and walking the talk, because it's very fashionable for a lot of marketeers to come to the panel and say, hey, we don't do this right, we will do this in this manner, but they go back and they don't do that, including me. So Ravi will focus on, if you can roll that. One is, what are the new internet formats which are working? He will focus on in terms of, one of the reasons why everybody says that internet media is not growing is there's no measurement system. So if you can't measure, how will you be able to determine effectiveness? How will you invest more? Is it a myth that the lack of measurement systems for audiences in India is the reason for the online pie not increasing? Also, what is the ROI on new media investments? Really fast. And as I said, 2 clients in media planners understand new media. Very importantly, most of the time, the new media platforms are used as a lead generation platform. My friends who were in the room, who were on the earlier panel, some of them were sitting here, want to sell internet as a medium, as a CPM-based medium. Newspaper owners don't do that. TV owners don't do that. Their pricing is not dependent on how many queries come in, how many bikes were sold, or how many fridges were sold. But in the internet we do that. So the debate about using the internet medium as a brand building tool versus response-led tool or performance-led tool. Also, very importantly, Ravi, because you work with a broad spectrum of clients across various categories, is new media more relevant for certain product categories? Also, one of the early adopters of media in the domain and the early categories which got affected, and we talked about it in the last session, is newspaper classified. If you take any classified category, they've all graduated online. So is there life beyond online classifieds in every category? Very importantly, and this is the view some people share, are social media trends a fad, or is there real traction about them? That's what I'd like Ravi to focus on. Lloyd, in the food chain in media, Lloyd sits at the head. We really all are after his money and his company's money. And the category that he works in is a very interesting category. I don't know about him, but his competition spends, and I don't have to name who's the leader in the mobile handset space, spends about 7% of their total budget online. So I don't know how much Lloyd spends, but the fact is the category that Lloyd is a very interesting category. How are marketers seeing the internet and other new media, as in whether these are response-led campaigns or brand building? That's what I said. What has changed? A lot of marketers say that, no, we are now trying to use the internet as a brand building tool. Has that changed? What is Motorola's strategy? Also, one of the things is, and it brings me to another point, which I'd like especially Manish to focus in. Why, there are multiple new media platforms. So if you take any category, there are 10 players. And I don't know whether we talked about, it's his favorite topic. He talks about the long tail phenomena every time I speak to him. So is that true for new media platforms? So at the end of every domain, this 10th, 11th, 12th player, they are surviving. So there are multiple platforms in a single domain. So how do you keep track of, and why has there been no ad network that has developed in India? I mean, I know Manish has a network called Tyru, but really overall the adoption of ad networks is very